Yo, what is up? We are back. This is the Friday night pregame show on No Border Sports with me, Ryan from No Border Sports, and Bryant Culp from the Bryant Culp Show. What is up?
What's up, Friday night?
I couldn't find mine. I was looking. Once I seen you putting yours on, I was like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Man, shout out to the chat, everybody watching. We got John J from 49ers Ultimate Report in the house. We got Raphael 562. Oh, I'm getting a little less distic in my old age.
Raphael is the GOAT.
Yep. We got Jason Niners Massey in the house. What is up? Appreciate you for tuning in. Jason just got off his show, I'm guessing. I was watching him and another lady. I can't remember her name. Jamie. Yeah. Jamie. And they were having a great show. He was doing he had a PowerPoint or something he was showing everybody. I thought it was a nice way of doing things. So who knows? You know, he might have inspired me to do a different type of content. Because you can do PowerPoints and stuff like that in Canva for free. So, shout out. Yeah. What's up? We got another week in the books. Football last night. I won my pick'em last night.
Major. Congratulations. I kind of wanted to do the safe pick, but I had the same feeling that you had. Like Detroit could come out and shock the world, but you stuck your guns and you stuck your neck out a little bit, right? And Detroit, man, Jared Goff doesn't look so goofy anymore, does he?
Yeah, I was in the middle of that game. I was like, man, these Lions look like they're stalling out. Like they should have made corrections already. They should be, looking better. And all of a sudden it seemed like something came out and they were just able to string drives together. And they were being stingy with Patrick. You know what I mean? Like
for me, it was more like the Lions were coming out and they were trying every time. And there was just like one or two little, like mishaps. The one hap where they snapped the ball and what happened? It was like a fumble or something, but Jared Goff ended up jumping on it or something like that. And oh my gosh, like that was a little bit like they all went back to the sidelines and was like, come on, guys.
They had a man in motion during the play, and the man came by at the right time of the snap and essentially knocked the ball off of its course.
The new tight end, what's his name? It's escaping me right now, but the one that everybody, Sam Laporta.
Oh, was it Sam Laporta?
Yeah, he was the one, and it was like, oh man, like rookie mistake or whatever happened, but that set them back because if they could have striked right there, oh my gosh, like oh man, Patrick Mahomes, he was standing on the sidelines a lot smiling. So I don't know, if he was just like cheesing because it's like, it's just week one, whatever, but he missed some throws.
They were being stingy on that defense and they were in his face. They were in Mahomes' face. That defensive line, they didn't sack him much, but they were.
It was Hutchinson, that white boy, the 97, what's his number? But he had the grease on his face. It's grease, but
yeah, on one eye, under one eye, like
like a cat had swiped him or something.
it to me, like
I understand when it goes like this because it's the glare, but when you're only doing it like on one side or something, is it more like war paint?
Yes. It's exactly what it is. And I guess I'm picky about my war paint, but it didn't look cool enough to just be, what is it? How do you say that? Asymmetrical? Or like where it's not even on both sides, like it's not the same on both sides. Like it wasn't cool enough. It's just like it looks like somebody rubbed some on one cheek and he was like, "What'd you do?" You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't.
It was on the top and then it was on the bottom or whatever. You know, I can't remember what cheek, but
man, he should have just done a scar. You know what I mean? Like a scar from the Lion King, just all the way down. That would have looked sick. I don't know what he was trying to do. He looked like he got the bad end of a DV the night before. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but like I've seen other people do it, you know, and like one guy we played football with in high school, he like painted up his whole face, and we are like, dude, we're not the Tigers, we're the Delta Kings, you know, like we're lions, you know, like we're and you're going out there looking like the Pink Panther or something. I don't know what, you know, like what you're looking like, but you know, it's like you got whiskers or something. I don't know. Some people, they just get too enthusiastic, I guess.
Okay, we have another host joining us, and without any further ado, we have Corey Lockdown Davis.
Hello.
What's up, CMC?
I needed to get the drum roll. I still don't have the drum roll. Oh, hey, we got the chat here too. Let's figure out. So the drum roll is going to be one. I've got four other buttons that I can record different sound effects on, or sound bites on, up to 15 seconds. So if there's one, yeah, that we like, we need to know about that. Corey, what's up?
Oh, nothing much, mad. Because I thought I was ordering just regular chicken, and not chicken is spicy.
Oh, you got spicy chicken?
Yeah.
Is it smothered in tapatio until soggy?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought that was your recipe.
So now I can't eat this chicken.
Why, so Corey? I used to go to the burrito truck, and I'd always get it mild. For the last couple of times I went, maybe the last, I'd say 5 times at least, I've gotten it spicy. And I think he's doing me a solid because he knows I don't really like spicy, but he's still giving me a little bit of a zizz or a tingle or whatever, pause, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I've been going hot.
I've been going hot. White boy hot.
White boy hot.
I can't handle spicy foods. I don't like spicy foods.
A lot of stuff gives me heartburn. A lot of stuff, so I've had to really monitor it. But I think if I eat it at a certain time, I'm okay.
Yeah, I just can't eat it at all because it tears my stomach up.
Don't keep eating it, Corey.
I'm not eating. I mean, French fries.
I just play with you. So how you doing, Corey?
Doing good.
What was your day like?
I went to Dallas early, like I always do now, and found out that I'm going Monday. Supposed to be going to Tahoe if everything go right. I'm going to Dallas on. Yep, I'm going to Dallas on Monday at 6:30 a.m.
Oh wow, that's early.
And then get out of there. Then I don't know what time was the schedule was supposed to be. I'll go Dallas at my regular time and get out at 2. Then we go up right at 2. My brother picked me up and we go right up to Tahoe.
Oh wow! Go up and stay in a cabin or something.
Probably a hotel.
Okay.
One of the casinos hotels.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. I've never been to Tahoe. That's one of my bucket list. I live very close, but haven't been yet. I know they say on the side of California, where we're all at, you know, well, Florida isn't, but, you know, California has the pretty side of the Lake Tahoe. When you go to Nevada, it definitely changes, but I know everybody seems to go to the Nevada side. So will you be leaving California, or are you just gonna? Because most of the casinos is in what, Nevada, huh?
Nevada, yeah, probably so. Going to Nevada side, probably. I remember we used to go up there with our whole family.
Ooh, hey, pause real quick. Steve-O might be interested in meeting up with you. He wants to know what day. So is it Monday, Tuesday?
Monday.
All right.
Monday, leaving Tuesday. We only
Yeah,
staying up
because
there for
Steve-O,
one night.
Steve-O's up there in Nevada, so he might want to go get a picture with you.
Oh, yeah, me and my family used to rent cabins up there in Tahoe. And I forgot to tell y'all about this. We used to make movies up there. Scary movies.
Okay.
You making scary movies up in Tahoe?
Yep.
You know that never really works out well for some people.
And I played the monster, the villain. It was surprising. Of course, I didn't do all the stunts, but my brother-in-law did. Me and my brother, Dre, he did the stunt. Like, he had to hop on top of the car and ride it. Like, the girls, my sisters were leaving. Who was leaving? They was in the car and they trying to get out of there and then I supposed to come and jump on top of the car, slide down, and then they hit the brakes and I fly off. And then I stand up like this real slow. Stand up in front of the car. It was fun. We gotta get them to put the movies on something where we can now see it, since we don't have DVR or VCRs no more.
Yeah, that was kind of cool when we had like cassette tapes and when we had VCRs. We could record stuff. And I guess it's the same now. We have CDs and we have other stuff like that. But maybe I'm just not as hip or fast with technology. But
do you like tapes? Do you like tapes or CDs?
Tapes? No, I know that. I like
CDs nuts in your motherfucking mouth.
Hey, you know what a reel-to-reel is?
Yes.
So my dad had a Corvette.
I own one.
My dad had a Corvette, and his Corvette had 8 tracks. So he went to the flea market, bought a bunch of 8 tracks. The glove box had 8 track cassette holders, but he had bought a reel-to-reel because he was able to record with his 8 track, his blank 8 tracks and make tapes. So that's really cool.
Yeah. No, my grandpa had like a movie theater in his house. And not like the ones you think of nowadays. No, he had like the old school chairs that were in movie theaters. He had like rows of them, like 3 or 4 rows of them downstairs. And he would actually put up the old school camera that went around, and they would watch movies and stuff like that in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
One movie though where I was not the villain, I was just, I couldn't be acting good in there because, well, I was acting good because I was real sick. I got sick up there. I don't know why. And I was everything I put in my mouth, try to eat. Boom. So we had a scene where my niece was playing the villain and she's poisoned us.
I made it easy for you. How's everybody feel about Bosa, man?
Bro, me, it's been a pretty good week for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got a Bosa. I got a better internet. Bro, like I can stream whenever I want now. Like it's awesome. Like I don't have to worry about nothing. Like it's just like, oh, just turn on the laptop. I don't have to go, is this the time of the day where I can't? Dude, at one point it was taking me it took me 30 minutes to watch a 6-minute video because it would start up and then pause and spin and then and I was just like so I think tomorrow I'm going into the T-Mobile store with their equipment and going, here you go, guys. Just make it so you're not going to charge me next month and cash me out right now. Okay, just charge me the rest of everything and peace out. There you go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look at Bebop over here. I was offered a new job, then on the way home he gets signed.
That is awesome, Bebop, because I had heard you were interviewing, so that is great. That is really great news.
Corey, can you send John Jay the link, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, Corey.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to get any dessert if you don't finish your chicken.
Well, you ain't here to stop me.
Corey's like, I know where the ice cream's at.
Yeah. I'll be to the kitchen and back and enjoying my ice cream before you can even think about getting here.
Only one closer to me that can stop me is Bryant. Because he's gonna stop me. You gotta come all the way from Seattle. You gotta get on a plane.
Real quick, shout out to Bebop. Thanks for coming, John Jay, Steve, dude. Crazy Juice, what's up? Daniel Thomas. Son,
what up, Daniel?
She's so awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Is that who's Dub Nation?
That's Daniel Thompson.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she's awesome. Super awesome.
You want to send her a link?
Sure, she'd like to pop in. I'll go off camera. I got my phone in the other room. I'll be back in a minute.
Cool.
All right.
Because David just hit me up and said she wanted to come on. What up, Buddy? Is that the dog?
Yeah, he's in here trying to sniff on my food.
Oh, you know what I used to tell? I used to look at him and go, doggies can't have chocolate. Just everything that you don't want them to have is just chocolate. You're doing them a favor. Like, yeah, man. So we got a game this Sunday. Obviously that the 49ers are playing, but it's gonna be a game. I have a feeling it's gonna be a hard fought game down to the last. What are you thinking, Corey?
Yeah, I'm happy that I feel a little bit better that Bosa is gonna be out there. I don't know how many pitch counts he's gonna have or how many times he's gonna play, but it just makes me feel more comfortable with him out there. Because I was almost like y'all wanted to choose the Steelers to win, but I think my 49ers gonna pull it off, and I can't admit that the Steelers gonna win because my brother-in-law, he's a Steelers fan. When I interview him tomorrow, I gotta be saying 49ers gonna beat your Steelers and stuff. I gotta have that attitude. And so I'm feeling good. I feel like we're gonna win this game. I was just talking to this guy today about it, and my Lyft driver, about it, and he was like, "Yeah," and he was asking me questions, and I said, "You know what? I want you to subscribe to my channel so you can come. We can talk."
There you go. No, I think it's yeah. You know what you need, Corey? I'm going to make you some business cards, Corey. I don't know if you don't want them, you don't have to have them, but you can hand somebody your business card and they can have a QR code where they can just pull up their phone and scan that and it'll go straight to your channel.
Yep.
Celts trading Najee for Pachenko, not so good. I don't know. Pachenko, I made a stupid move. We got John. Oh, Corey. Can you please introduce our next guest? You might have sent them the link.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. My brother from Daly City, California. He's a 49er fan, 49er faithful. My brother, John J. the Dope Rhymer.
What's up?
What up?
I'm doing good.
How you doing? Oh, you doing good? You just said.
We out here.
So I heard you're eating spicy chicken, Corey.
I'm not eating now. I'm
okay.
My brother, and he can either give it to the chickens, our chickens downstairs.
Corey's not getting dessert.
And the only person else can stop me from eating the dessert is John J. Because he could just come off over the bridge and get to my house and say, "Give me that dessert." And I got a sweet potato pie in the kitchen for me.
Sweet potato pie, Corey. You can keep that. I'm not a sweet potato guy.
But yeah, I wish I could give you this chicken, but spicy, and you wouldn't want it.
Corey, can you introduce our next guest? The name is in the private chat.
Okay. You see what I'm doing? Practicing how to say
I can hear what you're doing.
Oh, you can? Oh, oops.
Yes.
Okay, coming in. It's gonna probably be my first time meeting her. Her name is Danielle Thompson.
Hey, Niner family. I know I look like a horrible mother. I know. I'll never have kids. They take your joy. How my Niner family doing? Hey, Brian. Hey, Boo.
Stop that. You are beautiful. And it doesn't matter how many beautiful kids you had. It's another beauty mark on your life. My wife, she had 3, and I'm not going to tell her that she's dried up or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So anytime
that's hella funny. Now you got to learn how to tell the truth sometimes if you want to stay married.
Hey, I ain't lying, but anytime you can, grace us with your beauty, we're more than happy.
Hey, I'm excited to talk Niner talk. I've been got to witness 3 Super Bowls. Diehard Niner. Grew up with them.
I got to see all 5.
Well, not everybody's as young as you. So, not of us.
I was born in 86. So, I seen, but the one Super Bowl I can tell people I seen was the 94 Super Bowl. And from there, I've been a Niner fan, like consistently watching games and, just whatever I can do. I'm a Niner nut.
Hey, Danielle.
1969.
See, senor.
When your child when one of your children don't eat their chicken, what do you do?
Oh,
unfortunately, I don't have that problem because they love chicken. They do. They love chicken, vegetables, except for asparagus. I know they're prejudiced, but that's just life.
Oh, I love asparagus.
I used to not like asparagus, and now it's like it's
the most beautiful vegetable in the world.
That and green beans.
I live in Stockton, and we have the asparagus festival. So there's so much asparagus in Stockton, like all the time. We've learned different ways.
Gang bang territory. Do my guess,
I do. I love asparagus.
Does anybody know the incentives for Bosa's contract?
I don't think
Win
so.
the
I
Super
don't think
Bowl.
it's out yet.
That's about it, huh? That's all we got.
Hey,
We don't have a lot of notices yet about it.
I've got a recipe for your asparagus for the grill. What I do is I take some bacon fat and I melt it.
Yeah.
And then I take some
Danielle.
I know bacon is for the devil.
Lemon. Then I take some lemon juice and I throw that in there with some seasoning, and then I put the asparagus in it, and then it just coats it in the bacon.
I can't do it. I ate bacon so much in my pregnancy. It should be abolished.
I was talking to Bryant. But yeah, then you just grill that, and it's some good stuff.
But what I did try, even though it made me cry eating it today, was deer sausage. Like in my heart, I was praying for Bambi's mama not to crucify me, but it was like, why would y'all? This is so good. Why would you guys do? Like it was traumatizing but delicious.
The first time I ever tried deer, my father-in-law had invited us over. He wasn't my father-in-law at the time. My mom and dad were friends of my wife's family. I've known my wife since she was like 11 or 12. So we go over to their house, and he had made a like almost like a slurry, like he put in the crock pot, right? And we ate it with crackers. It was almost like a chili, but it wasn't a chili. And oh my gosh, I'm like, wow, deer tastes really good. So since then, I've been a fan.
It's my first time trying it. I am trying the Southern way of living. So, but that's it. I ain't doing nothing else. I think deer is the most exotic I'll go.
I tried ostrich one time.
See, you know what? I don't think Mufasa would approve of that, but that's, your own personal choice.
It was so wild. It tasted like pork and beef. That's what I got the flavor of. And maybe somebody could tell me I'm wrong, but it tasted, it had like a soy sauce flavor to it. It had a gamey flavor to it, but to me, it was a weird blend.
I got a question for you guys. I got a new nickname for Bosa. This is just mine. It's Pretty Boy Bosa. But who gets the first sack of the game? Kinlaw, Bosa, or TJ Watt? It's Pretty Boy Bosa for me. Or TJ Watt. Or Hargrave.
Oh, wow, Hargrave. You throw him in the equation.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go off hot take right now. Take your receipts. It's Friday night. Drake Jackson gets the first sack of the season.
USC native.
Well, that's hard.
What up, John Jay?
What's up?
I say
Kellen Farrow?
No, Armstead gonna get the first stack.
Armstead?
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, James says TJ is going to get the first sack. That could happen. Brock Purdy's not afraid to take sacks. He is not, but he doesn't want to take ones that are going to put him in an injury. So he's one of those duck and dive guys I kind of see.
I'm going with Clelin Ferrell because they are going to get everybody else on that line the most attention they can. And Clelin Ferrell is fast and he's got moves. So not like the best moves, but he's got moves he can throw on people. So yeah, I feel he's gonna, but TJ Watt could get the first sack also. But for
it's kind of hard.
For us, I'm gonna say I'm saying Clelin Ferrell is gonna get the first one. I also said he would have 2 sacks. That was my hot take early this week. I was going to say he was going to have 2 sacks. Maybe not so much now that Bosa is back, but who knows? He could still get those on the other side while everybody's going, oh, crap, we got to deal with Bosa.
So since it's the variety show, we do have to definitely check out what the chat's saying. Shout out to Crazy Juice. I tried iguana one time when I was in Mexico, and it tasted like chicken. I can believe that. I really can. Jason, living in Japan, he ate all kinds of stuff. And I'm just going to leave it like that. You guys can read the comments.
Yep.
Man, I tell you what, Thank you all for coming. Please hit the like button. And yeah, we're gonna keep it at football. But if you guys got questions, throw it in the chat. Don't be afraid. Pineapple pizza.
If you guys are looking for birthday gifts or anything, holla at my brother, Thompson Scribe, Marcus Thompson. He wrote the book Dynasties, The Miraculous Rise of Stephen Curry and everybody, and Katie, Pursuit to Be the Greatest, which is my favorite. He'll even sign it for you.
Is he on Twitter?
Oh, yeah, Thompson Scribe. He is Bay Area native. Yeah, he's all over Twitter.
Awesome. Shoot me his link later, and I'll take a look for sure.
Daniela, was you on CG show this afternoon?
Yeah.
That was you? Okay.
That's my bodyguard right there, CG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. CG's a good guy. So,
I have a friend. I got a friend. He's Cuban, and on the island, they eat a lot of iguana.
And Cuba, huh?
Yep. Because Cuba, like, if you don't know, if you don't know, it's an island of like almost 10 million people, and they are who they are. So,
well, it's not mean if they're evasive, and it's not like Cubans were known for having an abundance of food just laying around. You know what I mean?
So did they have a Bay of Pigs? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they had a whole Bay of Pigs.
Oh man!
But yeah, so I can't hate on nobody. You know what I mean? In that situation, I would be eating iguana too and smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm fed. I'm full on iguana, baby.
If you can eat snake and you can eat alligators, you can technically eat anything.
The most exotic I went is deer. That was it.
I ate alligator.
You should try
Randy Daytona. I'm so sorry, Randy. He says there's no food in Cuba. It's where I'm from. You don't eat it by
I get it. and we.
But hey, Daniela, you should try bison if you can, buffalo or bison. Mm-hmm. It's a very lean meat, but it's very flavorful. It's very flavorful, and it's like if you can.
I grew up in Oakland. I grew up in Oakland, California. Okay, born and raised.
Hell yeah!
So like that type of stuff. How I grew up, we went to the grocery store. You ate a little shark to be exotic. But that's about it.
Hell yeah!
Where do you buy bison? I live in Arkansas now, so I'm pretty sure that's illegal. So.
Oh no, you probably can get it in Arkansas. You might be able to just Google.
Probably in a sundown town, huh?
Well, no. Oh, that's horrible. They still got those things. Gosh.
That's cool. You're from Oakland, now you're in Arkansas, and you're still repping.
Tell them to lower my rent. Oh yes, Arkansas don't have nothing. Hockey, soccer, nothing. All they got is the Razorback. That's it.
So I moved to Kentucky, right? And when we found out it's only like $40,000 to buy a house in Kentucky, we were like, "Hey, this is gonna be great, right?" I moved back. My sister has heart issues, and we moved back. My wife's family's in California, so we just moved back. But it doesn't matter. California, Kentucky, it doesn't matter. I'm still rooting for the Niners.
Anywhere. Do you think that you guys think that? Not to throw shade at our coach, your coach. Do you guys think after the Trey Lance thing that he kind of put everything on Brock Purdy's back to be successful? Like you're the it guy.
Well, no, because he's got Sam Darnold, right? And I think he believes that Sam Darnold is his second best choice.
Yeah, because if you go back real quick, Brian, if you go back before they traded for Trey Lance, they tried to trade for Sam Darnold. So Kyle Shanahan has been like watching Sam Darnold, believing in this guy and saying, I can do something with this guy. Whether or not we believe he can, or the other teams have had success, he thinks if he could get that guy's skill set in his offense, he can make it rock.
That's all I need.
So now that after this, we're pretty much they're both have to be like, we're win now, so you gotta win. You have to win. Like,
yeah.
And it's sad.
It's stupid.
Well, every year we should have that mentality. We're not trying to just settle. We're not trying to get a 500 score. We're trying to win the Super Bowl. So even if we make the playoffs at
over 9,000
or whatever, once we get into the race, we're dancing all the way to the finish line. The Niners have had 18 championship NFC appearances. We are not trying to hoist NFC championship banners. We're trying to hoist Super Bowl, banners, Lombardi trophies. So I think this year is just like every other year. Even back in 2004, 2005, I'm like, we're going to Super Bowl.
Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you, man. Bless you.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Hey, every time I sneeze, it's gonna be like a 5 sneeze process. That's how it goes.
They say if you stop a sneeze, you stop your heart. So don't do that.
I just
sneeze through it.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm at the point of my wits end with this organization. I'm really tired. Like to me, NFC championships are not an accomplishment at all. That's just me, because I didn't grow up like that with the Niners. But like, I'm at my wits end with Kyle. I've had it up to here. Like, he needs to get it done. He has to get it done. Like, now that we got Hargrave, and I pray CMC can stay healthy and everything. Like, you have to win it. You can't no more nothing. Like, he don't win it for me this year, he can go. I know it hurts, but he can go.
Yes, Randy, this is Danielle. This is Dub Nation, and we're very, very proud to have her.
Oh, what's up, Randy?
Yeah, we got Randy Daytona in the house.
Yeah.
Randy was
won a Super Bowl. So, Kyle, if you don't win the Super Bowl, you're going to be on the hot seat with me.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the hot seat with me. I listened to the guy this morning on TV while I was at Dallas, and he was saying he said this year and next year is the only chance the 49ers are going to have to win the Super Bowl right now.
Mm-hmm.
I agree and I disagree with that. So if we do win the Super Bowl, there's going to be more money that's going to be allocated to our team. There's going to be things that's going to loosen up. They're going to let go certain players, and they're going to be able to sign other players. And players are going to want to come to the Niners and play for the Niners for a cheaper price, because they're like, oh, wow, they just won. Maybe they can win again. So yeah. I think with them restructuring things right now, I don't think it's all that bad. I know there's some players and some people saying that we're going to go into cap hell, but we're not there yet. So let's just focus on today.
You say that, but we're not there yet.
Would you guys compare Kyle Shanahan's, since he came on the team, story somewhat like Mark Jackson? He built this dynasty roster, but he just can't win with it.
I don't know basketball.
Oh, are you talking about Mark Jackson, the
for my Warriors? But I've been a Warrior fan since Donald Foyle. So
please, I don't want to talk about that situation. People have fights with me about that, so I'm not going to touch that.
He was the guy that got let go for Steve Kerr, right?
Yeah.
He built a great core, and it is sad sometimes. And I kind of feel it like what happened with the Raiders with Jack Del Rio. He had built a great core, and then they find out somebody like John Gruden wants to come into, and take over. Okay, hasta la vista, right? And that ain't necessarily right. So I would agree with you, Daniel. But I can't say for sure that's what Kyle is. I would say he's more like an Andy Reid at this point. And we just need to either, right the ship, or we need to somewhere. I know if we cut him loose, he's going to go somewhere else and win a chip. So,
yeah. Now, this is how I see the situation. We were bad. Like, the Warriors were bad. I remember all those, like, the We Believe team was an outlier. But Mark Jackson got there his first year. I think they won 29 games. The following year, he took the team to the playoffs. And then I don't know who we beat the first round, and we lost to the Spurs. You're not going to lose to the Spurs in that era. Then we pushed the Clippers to 7 games. At the time, people thought, the Clippers were really good. I think they had Paul Griffin.
They used to dog walk us. Yep, so, I remember that.
So then I don't know what happened, but apparently, they parted ways. I have fights with people. And then Steve Kerr took over a good team. And then when we were hurt, like.
So would you say it's maybe the same for Kyle though? Like maybe if somebody else came and took over, we may make it there.
Well, I don't know so if you're talking about somebody else taking over team and then making it to the Super Bowl, that would have to be like now. That would have to have been like last season. And then the new person would be starting, the new coach would be starting this year, and then it would be taking us either this year or next year. When Kyle, let's say they don't win the Super Bowl, Kyle gets fired in the next 2 years, right? So the team isn't built anymore like it was. So there wouldn't be a coach inheriting like Kittle, Eric Armstead, Trent Williams. Those people I don't think are going to be on the team at that time in 2025. So, or further than 2025. So it'd be a different scenario, I would think. He would have had to got canned a year or two ago. And which is, I think he's so in love with his own system, he can't see where his shortcomings are. Yeah. And I feel that he needs to be fired to see that. And so people are like, well, if we fire him,
who's going to take over?
Well, no, they're like, he's going to win somewhere else. Yes, but if he doesn't get fired, he's not going to learn from his mistakes. So he's just going to continuously just make, get close. Yep. And he's not going to have what it takes to win because he's just no one's making him be accountable.
Yep. And Andy Reid situation, like a lot of people, it was clock management in those conference championship games. And then in the Super Bowl, they had an opportunity to beat the Patriots, but then Andy Reid started just like throwing the football and just taking his time. And then once it was less than a minute, they were still backed up behind their 20-yard line, and then they started to like throw the ball down the field, but they wasted too much time. That was his problem. Eventually, he realized that you can't do that in the NFL, especially in big games. And then even before he had Patrick Mahomes, like he was having still the same issue with that. But Andy Reid's a great coach. He's a great coach. It's just that he was fortunate that Patrick Mahomes, landed there. You take away Patrick Mahomes, they're still a good team, but I don't think they want to win 2 Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes is a phenomenal talent.
Yeah, he is. So, and the 49ers were just like, nah, he doesn't really fit our whole scheme.
We could have had that.
I know, but every team was like, because he went to Texas Tech and, like the Big Ten.
I think they
defense.
I think they were
like you had talent. You had good talent.
Yeah, but I think
sorry, Ryan. You know what the problem was? When we hired Kyle Shanahan, he had already decided whatever franchise he goes to, he was hoping it was the 49ers because his dad's connection, or maybe possibly the Broncos. But when he got hired, he had already determined he was going to get Kirk Cousins. And we weren't able to trade for Kirk Cousins. We wanted him in 2017. Maybe not we, but then they passed up Tom Brady after they had gotten Jimmy Garoppolo. We could have just let Jimmy Garoppolo go, but instead we signed him to the highest ever, right? When Tom Brady was asking us to come to our team. And the reason we didn't get Tom Brady is because there was a conversation that said, you remember that that 28-3? And that rubbed Kyle the wrong way. Why didn't they keep
that was the craziest moment ever. When Tom Brady came out of retirement and said, I had unfinished business. That's what it was. He wanted to come home and play. And the fact that they said, we sticking with Pretty Boy Jimmy, that could have been our Super Bowl right there.
We could have had 2 to 3.
But do you think it would work, though? Like, because Kyle is a my way or the highway type of coach. And Brady is like, no, we're going to do it this way.
There would have been some arguments, and there would have been some like inner locker room fighting between the coach and Tom Brady. But we would have still went to the Super Bowl and won. And at the end of the day, Tom Brady would have won 2 or 3 Super Bowls with the 49ers and retired happy. And Kyle would be now like a genius and be able to pick any quarterback he wants and rebuild this franchise. But instead he chose not to. And now we're stuck in the Kirk Cousins debacle. Because if this doesn't work out this year, we're going after Kirk Cousins.
Now, to be fair, if you're going to get Tom Brady, you're also going to have to invest in the offensive line, and Kyle clearly doesn't want to do that unless there's a Trent Williams on the market. So, you know what I mean?
And that's where I like kind of think if Tom Brady really wanted to come to the Niners, he would have taken a decent pay cut to come to the Niners for us to facilitate and get other players to come to, like what he did with Tampa Bay. He went to Tampa Bay and started dictating what he wants. He wants, this guy. He got Gronk to come out of retirement. We might have had a Gronkowski. We might have had Gronkowski on the 49ers.
Kittle and Gronk.
I just don't see Tom Brady come to the 49ers because he's plus with Kyle Shanahan. It will be a big distraction because Kyle and Brady will not get along. Brady isn't going to want to do his way, and Kyle is so stubborn, he's going to want to do his way. And he's not going to have it. He would go to the owner, I can't keep forgetting his name. He's going to say either Brady go or I go.
You mean the coach? Bill
Belichick?
Belichick?
Because Kyle and Tom Brady were both in until Tom said something about the Super Bowl loss. That's when Kyle got offended.
I just know that their attitude, Kyle's attitude, he would say, Brady, I want you to do it this way, and Brady would be like, nope. And it'd be a big distraction for the whole team.
I don't think so. Think about this. Kyle would be outside of his comfort zone, which is a good thing. One way or another, it's a good thing because people grow outside of their comfort zone. You don't grow inside your comfort zone. Kyle still needs to grow more. He thinks he doesn't need to grow because his system protects everything. That's not true. That's how you get left behind in this league. So I think it would be great because Kyle would have to figure it out because you're not just sitting Tom Brady because you're arguing with him. If he's changing plays, then you need to figure out, okay, well, if you're going to change plays, let's have certain ones, what plays do you want to have in this situation to be able to audible to? You know what I mean? What's the thing here? Maybe we could meet halfway with some things. So at least if you're going to change the play, it's at least a play that I have out there because Kyle, this is the thing about Kyle's and why he calls these plays. Yeah, it might not be a killer play, But what it's doing is it's setting up another play for the defense to bite on what they just saw, and then you hit the wide receiver behind the linebackers, right? So you could be like, hey, so I have these, I have these motives that I'm calling these plays for. There's a reason why I'm calling these plays. So if you're going to audible out of these plays, we're going to have to audible into them at some point to get those plays ran. You know what I mean? So there needs to be like, okay, if you really think you need to change the play on 2nd and 3, right? That's fine. But we're going to have to use that play in the next couple of downs because I need to have that on tape. I need the defense to see this play. So there needs to be some sort of a communication and a bond there, like, give and take. And I don't think Kyle's ready for that yet, which I think it would have been good. He would have had to come to an understanding. With my connection
What's up,
going
Eric?
out.
Yep. And real quick, shout out to Daniel Thompson. Thank you, Dub Nation girl. Really appreciate you coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see the Kyle and Aaron Rodgers getting along. I don't see them. I just think it'll be a big old distraction in the locker room.
And that's what's weird to me, Corey. That's what's very, very,
take it
very
easy,
weird.
James.
All right. Good night.
Thank you so much for tuning in, man. You are a faithful.
Morning.
Yes.
Over there.
So, Corey, that's what's so weird to me is because when we had traded all that capital up and we finally got to the 3rd round pick, why do we call up Green Bay and ask for Aaron Rodgers the night before and pass up Tom Brady?
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make any sense, except the only thing that makes sense to me is Tom Brady offended Kyle Shanahan, and Kyle was like, "No, dude, I don't want anything to do with you." And he's like, I might get Aaron Rodgers, or is that John Lynch? I mean, like, seriously.
See, there was a joke of John Lynch said when the time they was making discussion of trading for Jimmy Garoppolo, he told the Patriots, "Oh, we'll take if you don't want to give us Jimmy Garoppolo, you can give us Brady." And Owner said, "Hell no."
Corey.
Hey, Mariah.
Oh, got Mariah in the house? Oh, yeah, we do. What up, Mariah?
What's up, chat? What's up, chat?
I was just trying to figure out what Steve-O was saying here. He said, Ryan, tell me how Kyle doesn't need to grow his system so good. I asked Kelst. He said, I tell him, but I don't think Kyle has ego, so couldn't explain.
There could be a couple of missing words there. So
there is.
Ryan, tell me Kyle doesn't need to grow because his system's so good. I asked Kelts. He said, I tell him, but I don't think Kyle has enough ego, so he couldn't explain. Still, if you got a chance to talk to Kyle Shanahan, Ryan, No More Sports, the realest of them all, the one who keeps us all together, the funniest of us all. If you know, you know. Ryan, real talk. If you could ask Kyle Shanahan how he could grow his offense, what would you expect him to say to you? What would you want to hear?
Well, I know I'm just gonna get
it's a Friday night variety show. Nobody's gonna beat you down.
No, I just know I'm gonna get patronizing answers from him if I even want to make a question that so might look like
I'm asking you the question, so don't worry about what Steve-O.
I'm not worrying about Steve-O. I'm talking about if I'm sitting with Kyle Shanahan and I'm asking him questions to get to how can his offense be better. The moment he realizes that's where the questions are going, he's just going to give me, just bullshit answers that are condescending. And I don't think, because he'll teach you, like you'll seen him in pressers, he'll explain things to people as far as, the actual, I would say, law. You know what I mean? Like why the responsibilities and all like that on a certain play of a certain player. And he'll do that. But if you're critique him in any sort of way, he's going to turn it around and on you if he can.
He clapped back hard.
He tries to clap back. Yes. Sometimes he just names off 3 things that could all played a part in it instead of, well, there's also the person who called the play.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So there is a documented, I forgot what is the wide receiver we had in 2017 who was with Atlanta. I think all stack something. I forgot his name, but we had him for that year, and he sat down on a podcast that's run by former NFL players, and they were talking about the Brandon Ayuk situation, and he said this. He said, "I don't think Kyle has an ego. I think Kyle is a perfectionist." Because when we were with Atlanta, he was hard on Julio Jones, who was a Pro Bowler, a superstar. He was hard on Mohamed Sanu. They still had Ronnie White at the end of his career, and he was there. And when, he was saying this, he said, he's not a bad dude. It's just he's a perfectionist. And sometimes, Kyle, sometimes gets in his way. And that's why, this ego. So when a former player who was with Atlanta, and he's saying this, I'm shocked a lot of people haven't seen this. I gotta find it, but he was saying that he's not a bad dude. It's just that he's a perfectionist, and there's nothing wrong with being a perfectionist. And then I think in 2021 or when Ayuk, the term the doghouse, I don't know, and John Lynch, said a little bit something. I don't know if he meant to say it. And then a former Patriot who, he's on NBC now, said, "You drafted this guy, and on national TV, you had the nerve to say on national TV, John Lynch, you drafted this kid, and you're telling him he's not good anymore. That's not real. That's not a nice thing to say. What Harrison, I think, what was saying. So that's why this ego is out there. It's not that fans are making it up. It's just that players are saying it, and people who know Kyle and his father, they're a little bit of a perfectionist, but there's nothing wrong with
that. not at you, John. Steve-O, dude, you are awesome. I tell you what, you push and you ask questions that other people don't ask. And basically, I'm asking, show me the film on Kyle's ego. And then his next question is, Kyle claps back at stupid quarterback questions. Asked for 3 years. I'd bet Grant asked. Wait, Corey. I'm non-quarterback questions until this week with Bosa contracts. So yes, I definitely understand the vibes. Like the quarterback has kind of fizzled and it's sent its course, but we got the real deal, Steve-O. We got Brock Purdy.
We have somebody joining the show. Corey, if you could check the private chat, please.
Okay.
Also, Steve-O, if you look at the play where Brock Purdy got hurt in the championship, you could say his ego was in effect on that play when he decided to not just let the play fake handle Hassan Reddick, who wasn't even looking at the play fake the whole time. So you could say it's there. I'm not saying that's 100%, but there could be some there.
Okay, coming in, Jason Massey.
What is good, fellas?
Hey.
What is good?
Nobody mess up your last name.
What's up,
now,
Jason?
At least you didn't call it French like it was Massey.
Oh.
I get that all the time. Where you use Jason Massey? No, motherfucker, it's Massey.
Massey. Hey, my last name's French.
I don't mind if my name was French, but it's not.
It messes with everybody because there's an S in it, and you don't say the S.
No more
mine's a Latin root, and if you Google it, it means I'm the one who's at fault. I'm fault to blame.
What's your last name?
It's your blame.
Yeah, I'm culp, right? I'm the culprit. I'm culpable. That means I'm the one to blame.
That is the root word of it all.
No more sports.
Yeah.
What is your last name? I never know your last name.
It's Belial.
Belial. Okay.
Yep.
I never knew your last name.
Yeah.
If somebody say, you know Belial, I'll be like, no, I don't.
It means beautiful island.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Ryan means small. Paul means little king. I'm the little king of the small, beautiful island.
Nice.
Or sorry, Ryan means little king. Paul means small.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
One of my one of the screen names I use is Chuksa, and I used to live next door to this Cambodian family, and everybody had a Cambodian last name. And Grandpa gave away all the nicknames, and it's like, Grandpa, give me a Cambodian last name. I'm like, all right, give me a few minutes to think about it. He thinks about it. He's like, I'm gonna call you Chuksa, and everybody starts laughing. I'm like, well, what's that mean? They're like, large white blooming flower. Which is funny because my dad's name is Lapuapua, which means land of the rising flower. So I'm like, I dig it. I dig it.
Yep.
Oh.
So if you guys saw, this is what I'm drinking tonight.
Hello?
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm rocking my Elysian mug.
Okay.
I'm not cool. I don't drink.
Grocery is?
You're fine. You're almost cool because you're cool because you don't though.
Oh no! Let me tell you the story why I say that. So I used to work at a community recreation center for most of my adult life, and I had two classmates who they worked that night, but they would always play basketball. And after they finished playing basketball, we always go outside because working the morning shifts is boring. Like, there's nothing going on. In the afternoons, it's more fun because there's things to do. So we go outside and they start drinking, some beer, and then they start smoking a little bit of some stuff. And they say, "Hey, John, you want to hit some stuff?" I said, "First of all, I'm at work, and second of all, I don't drink." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, we're the cool kids, and you're not." And I always do that to mess with people because they're my friends. So like we used to clown around a lot, but yeah, I don't drink, not because I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of all that stuff.
Yeah, more power to you. If you don't like something, you don't need to do it. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't like the flavor. I am not appalled to having a fancy cigar. I'll drink a little bit of wine sometimes or champagne if it's the right occasion. I like different IPAs, but not everybody has to have the same flavor. It's different strokes for different people. I know a couple people, they really don't need to drink at all. It really messes with them up here. They take medicine and it just My wife's uncle, he doesn't need to drink.
Yeah. One time he's sort of like a younger brother, but he's a friend, and we went to a party and I told him, do not drink because your mom is going to get mad at me. He didn't listen to me. And after just like a couple, of cans, he started acting weird and he started cursing. He started goofing. He got into a fight. So I had to pull him out there and I told him what, and so I had to explain to his mom, all that stuff. Some people are just not meant for that. And he's a younger brother than me, and like I look out for him, but sometimes he's a hothead. He doesn't know better, but luckily I'm there for him, because if I wasn't, like, his mom was, oh my gosh, I'm glad you're there, John, because he doesn't.
Yeah, for your reason, for whatever your reason is, if you don't want to, replicate what you've seen other people do, or you just already know your tolerance level, hey, more power to you. You don't have to drink to be cool. And it's funny because I always say the same thing. Like when people are like, "Oh, do you smoke cigarettes?" I'm like, "No, I'm not cool enough." And it's just like one of those things. It's like it's not a put down. It's just something to be funny with. So Jason, dude, great show earlier today.
Thank you, gents, for all you guys that showed up, by the way.
dude, major shout out. You guys have went like from what 127 to like 144 in just a couple of weeks. You guys are really growing,
climbing.
I really like your show, your vibes. I gotta ask, is Jamie your sister?
No.
Is she related?
Nope.
Well, dude, I gotta tell you, she is awesome. And dude, anytime you and Jamie want to tag team and come into the show, you guys are more than welcome. But she is really knowledgeable about her 49ers. And you and TJ and her, man, dude, you guys do like a Three Musketeers show sometime. I'll definitely be tuning in. But
I don't think we've only done it a couple times, but it's all three of us. I appreciate all the love you guys have been shooting out to us on our show, and it's definitely been fun.
So what's your expectations for this weekend's game? What's your fear? And give me your breakdown of this weekend's game against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think we match up pretty good against them, especially with Bosa coming back. I think a lot of us, we've echoed the same thoughts that we could still win with Bosa. It just gets easier with Bosa, especially with how much he gets to play. I think he's going to play about 40 to 50 snaps. Okay. I'm going off of what TJ Watt did when he came back. Similar situation, similar player type. So I think that's what he's going to do.
And you're assuming maybe 60 snaps for the whole game?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe for like a first and third.
But offenses technically get maybe 60 plays a game, so you're thinking he'll play at least 40.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere along those lines, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm basing it off of what Watt did a few years ago. So
I wanted to address this so he doesn't think that I'm ducking him. Motto of the season so like I said, the play where Brock Purdy got hurt, Hassan Reddick had been not falling for the run, not even looking at the run fakes all postseason. And Kyle and his ego thought, oh, well, that won't happen during our game because he'll have to respect it. And that didn't happen. So, Steve-O, whether you believe that is true or not, which doesn't really matter at all, there is a scenario of where ego.
Ryan, it does matter. Steve-O's a big contributor to the show.
Well,
and his opinion does matter.
What I'm saying is because I've already said that, and he didn't listen to that, obviously. Because I've already brought that up earlier, and he thinks that doesn't mean anything. So I'm trying to explain to him again, because I'm guessing he doesn't understand it.
And I would have to, I kind of caught a clap back a little bit. I don't think that Kyle didn't believe that, Rashawn, would come in and not, pay attention to the run. I think he knew he was coming in. But he did say in his press conference that Brock should have stepped up. And that's the ugly part about it, is just because Kyle doesn't take any sometimes it's not that he doesn't take blame, but he's got a answer for a lot of situations.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that ego could be a reason why he can't accept any blame. Was that on tape? Oh, that was on tape.
The biggest crack I have at Kyle is you didn't throw the flag in the championship game. Uh-huh. That would only cost you a penalty.
Not penalty. Talking about the pass in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It would only cost you a timeout. If we would have been wrong, but if we would have been right, we would have had the ball at the 40-yard line. Yeah. Am I wrong? I mean, that's
Corey's reaction. Corey's reaction on that game. He cursed on my stream. He was angry. I was the same way. Corey, you were so mad when you saw that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Corey,
and the week before, Steve-O, they weren't playing Philadelphia, who had Hassan Reddick.
Mm-hmm. Corey, what's your thoughts? What would you like? If you got to talk to Kyle Shanahan? What would be the things that you would ask him? I mean, if you could just sit there and cut it up with him for a minute or two, what would be the things that you'd criticize him, and what would be the things that you'd praise him for?
I'll probably criticize him for that play. I say, I'll tell him, man, we got 6 timeouts in the game. What's that damn timeout for a challenge play?
F those timeouts.
He said, F
Right.
And I want even when your defense is on the field, if you better be out there paying attention. You the head coach. Pay attention to both sides.
Also, in the first half of the game, those timeouts aren't necessarily as crucial as the ones you need at the end of the second half. You know what I mean? In the fourth quarter. So if you got something, any sort of, you feel it could change the tide of things, like if you got a momentum, like if they bust a good 3rd and long, you know what I mean? That, them getting that play could give them the boost they need to go down the field and score. Yeah, throw that timeout, throw that red flag, challenge flag, get it out there. Maybe we can stop it.
What's George Kittle do?
The wrestling thingy. Where's Crazy Juice?
Right?
Where's Crazy Juice? He knows this answer.
Throw it out there. I mean, like, what's it going to stop? It's going to give everybody, like, honestly, it's going to kind of give your guys a play, like a timeout for a second. If you throw a big play, right, and you don't call a timeout, but you call it challenge, it's going to be a timeout penalty or whatever, elimination. But there's an opportunity that you could maybe, like, get the ball back. And there's also the benefit of it is your players are getting to get a drink of water, recompose themselves, and like get their minds back at it. But no, you're like, oh, they threw the ball down that far, they're gonna score. Okay, let me look down real quick and see my score sheet, and let me cover my face up and show everybody on TV that I'm looking really hard to see what I'm gonna do next.
Yep.
And it's not like that timeout. Like in the first half, you get to save those timeouts to the second half, so you have all 6 still timeouts. Not like okay, I'll get this timeout in the next half.
Yep. Crazy Juice. The question, Crazy Juice, was what does George Kittle do when he does his hand like this? What wrestler move is it?
Yeah, what's the wrestler, Corey?
Crazy Juice. Go ahead, Corey. Go ahead and fish up.
Real quick, Corey, can you send the link to David Corona?
Yeah.
Pentagon, I believe.
There you go, Pentagon.
AEW.
Let me go check my freezer. Shout out to David Corona. You guys are funny.
Corona. Yep. I know, because like I don't know when the trend started, but in teams don't take timeouts in the second half like they used to. They save them, like if you're trailing, so you can try to stop them on 3rd down, and then you can get the ball back. In the first half, they take timeouts if they gotta like reassess something in the first half, but usually those timeouts in the second half, most teams try to save as much as they can if they got to stop the clock if they're trailing. So I agree. Like if it's only the first quarter, like, who cares if we lose one timeout? Because,
when you guys remember that play, did you guys automatically think that it was a catch? Because I know everybody because I was watching a bar in downtown Seattle, literally everybody there was screaming to throw the flag because we all knew that wasn't a catch.
I only got to see one clip of it. And then everybody, come on, hurry up. And I was so mad because I was like, where's the other view? And I don't get to see another view. And then, I look at Kyle and he's looking in his place, and I felt so defeated because I seen it was Hufanga, or it was one of the players on the sidelines, and he was like, no, like he was really
animated.
Really animated. Thank you. I was gonna say emulated, but it's I can't say it tonight.
Emulated, and you
I suffer from stuttering. Don't worry.
You would think that if you're in somebody else's stadium, they got control over all that stuff. They show it once really quick and don't show it again. Yeah. If it was a good catch, they'd keep spinning that reel, wouldn't they?
I know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that, to me, that's like a big red flag. They only did it once. Boom. Throw that flag. Throw that flag. Throw it. Throw it.
You know why I'm confident against
the silence
Eagles?
is deafening.
I'll give it to you next, Jason. You know why I'm so confident against the Eagles? If we would have gotten hurt, we would have won that championship and went to the Super Bowl and won it. Because when CMC scored that touchdown and we tied the game up 7-7, we silenced that crowd. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until Josh Johnson came out and fumbled. We were 7-14 until he fumbled.
Yeah.
When he fumbled, that was the end of the game. It wasn't his concussion. It was the moment he fumbled. But CMC silenced that crowd. We didn't need a quarterback. We didn't need a quarterback at that moment. I mean, like Josh Johnson wasn't throwing passes, you know. CMC willed it himself. So that's why I'm a little ticked that CMC didn't get his captain. But I understand there's only so many C's you can throw around. But I really, truly feel we got CMC and a healthy Brock Purdy this year. We can really, really sky's the limit. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah. So to piggyback off about that flag and whether or not we should have thrown the challenge or anything like that, do you think that Kyle would be willing to listen more to a veteran coach like Wilks versus someone like Saleh or Ryans or something like that in those situations?
I think he really I think because he's not his ego, but because he wants to be super controlling, and I don't understand this at all. I think we really missed out on getting Fangio. I would have went back to Fangio. Yeah. I really would.
But do you think he would have listened to that veteran coach more than, say if Ryan was in his ear, like, hey, call this. But because Kyle has that big ego, he's like, no, we're just going to, I'll score, we'll score, blah, 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 versus someone with more veteran status.
I think he would have had to. And I think that's the reason he maybe not dismissed it, but chose to go with Steve Wilks because Fangio has credibility. And Fangio would have looked at him and said, this is your offensive playbook. He would have ripped it up and thrown it back at him and said, re-scheme it. Okay. I think Fangio has that attitude.
Corey, can you please introduce our next guest?
Jason, dude, thank you so much for coming.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Mm-hmm. John, appreciate you as well.
Yep. Shout out to everyone in the panel and in the chat.
Okay, coming in all the way from Corona, California.
What? Boo, 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 boo,
yep.
boo.
He's a Niner fan. David Corona.
Hell yeah.
What's up?
I just got back from Chuck E. Cheese. I just got back from Chuck E. Cheese, my cousin's birthday today.
Ooh. Dude, I haven't been there since I was like 12.
Chuck
right on.
Yeah, we're pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah, she turned 8.
8 years old.
That is awesome.
You got to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did you go through the little kid door?
No, they don't have those anymore. Yeah, they took those out.
Yeah, I went again when I was like 12 years old or maybe 9 years old.
I know what you're talking about though, the little maze and all that.
No, they had a little door. When you went to the inside the building, they had a separate door, and it was just a little smaller door for the kids to go through.
Oh, like a ball pit?
No, there was no ball pit. It was just a smaller door for like.
We had a ball pit over here where we at.
Dude,
yeah, and had it like a tunnel. You go into the tunnel and you go through, and you get caught with all these nets, and you get like stuck.
And then they don't forced labor for 10 more years.
Yeah, they don't have those no more. They don't have it no more.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Jason, up there in Washington, or even in Hawaii, did they have a discovery zone?
Not that I know of. Oh no.
What do you consider what is a discovery
What's
zone?
Up,
because maybe we call it something different up here.
So my grandmother lived in Washington, so I don't know what town we went to, but we did go to a Discovery Zone, and it was like kind of like the Ultimate Warrior kind of thing, like a big playhouse, big Mickey, McDonald's, and it was really cool. But they had I know they had one in Washington. I didn't know if they had one by your guys' city.
We got something called what is it?
Wild Waves?
No, it's the kids museum, the children's museum.
Oh yeah, we got that.
We got those. My daughter likes that.
So
the one in Tacoma?
Like Discovery Zone?
I don't go to Tacoma.
Yeah, Discovery Zone. It was just like really cool. It was just like an indoor playground for kids.
Yes, we had one in Everett. I went there once. There was a ball pit.
Maybe that's where I went, but because my grandmother, she lived in Chehalis.
Yeah, she did not go to the one in Everett.
Okay.
You're talking about she didn't take you on like a 3-hour drive to Everett. She's not going past Tacoma and Seattle and
Ryan. She drove 14 hours to pick me up. I mean, I am like
no, I understand that, but after you get back from driving 14 hours to go pick somebody up, you're not going to drive another 3.5 hours to go take them to his Discovery Zone.
Hey, my grandmother was the first female bus driver in the state of Indiana. Okay. And my grandmother drove from Indiana with my dad to California in record-breaking time. I guess her Honda, they were going so fast that the Honda roof dented in.
Yeah, I got family in Indiana.
Okay, I got I'm trying to think of his name. He's the offensive coordinator now for the Commanders.
Mm-hmm. The enemy?
Enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What y'all think is holding them back from coaching, being a head coach?
I know
his name. Who wants to hire the enemy?
He hasn't. I think he hasn't got an opportunity to get the head coach yet. I don't think.
I know why. Matt Nagy and Doug Peterson, they got fired, and the NFL, like when it comes to coaches, there's certain biases that a lot of people don't want to talk about because they say, "Oh, that's not true." When Matt Nagy got fired, a lot of the GM says, "Let's not hire any more people from Kansas City because they don't work out." Now, we'll see if Doug Peterson can, actually make the Jaguars like a really, really good team, or if he may be what he did with the Eagles and start off good and then crash and burn. Because, that's the only reason why he went over there. Because after that Urban Meyer situation, that's why they got him. But
I've also heard that he's a really bad, like, he kind of crashes and burns when he interviews.
Yep.
So there's also that part of it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that the players don't like him that much.
Yeah, I've heard he's a hard ass. I've heard he's a serious old school hard ass when it comes to his coaching style.
I know. And that's another thing that in today's NFL that, they look for coaches who are like really tight with the players. Because I was listening to this Brett Favre, Sapp, and some dude who won a Super Bowl in the 90s. And they were talking about some guy called Buddy Ryan, who was the dad of Rex and his brother. And they were saying that in the NFL, you can't have those coaches anymore because, like they want coaches who are more laid back and relaxed because the NFL, and, I can't believe I'm going to quote someone who I'm not a big fan of. The NFL has become too soft when it comes to how you coach. Because I used to remember when I was a kid watching football, coaches were not like, they did not give no special treatment. If you were good, you were out. If you weren't,
they did not give any fucks. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, it's very simple. But now all the coaches are like buddies, and like they try to be, and another reason why even the media has become a little bit because of like you can't say certain things because some people may take it the wrong way. That's why the media covers how they cover it. Like they're more relax when they ask their questions. But back then, they used to be like pushbacks, and they would like when they had an interview, they would always push back when they were like, "Oh, well, let me push back on that." Now they don't do that no more for some reason.
Yeah, what's up, Corey? How you been?
Good.
Hey, pistachios. Pistachios. If you guys can ever try garlic pistachios, those ones are fire. I'm telling you.
You had me at garlic.
Right?
You had me at garlic.
So Ryan was only the winner on Thursday, huh? That's right, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, just
I
for
was
one
so
game.
happy. Like I'll take the L. You know, I'm glad the Lions won.
I think we all rooted for the Lions there. Kind of.
I'm glad they won.
And if you didn't, even though it was your pick 'em, are you really a 49ers fan? You know what I'm saying?
I know Ryan's gonna lose. I know Ryan's gonna lose the 49er one though.
I might. Look, this is just evening things out. Look.
That's right. I forgot to get my pick'ems into you guys.
Yeah.
And for me, like I really, really have been saying it all season, we could lose to the Steelers. But you're not going to ever hear me root against the Niners. So even if I say it all year, like this is my fear, when it comes to the pick'ems, I'm not saying the Niners are losing. I'm going to go all 17 games, Niners.
Me too.
There's a way. There's a will. There's a way, right?
Hey, yeah. Hey, what's up, bro? Have we met?
No,
I don't think so, brother.
Oh, what's up, man?
Oh, you're talking to Jason. I'm sorry.
Like you two have been on the show before.
I met you, Brian.
Yeah, this is Jason. Dude, you need to tell me your phone number or something, or get a Twitter. And same as you, John. But Jason, I know John knows Jason's channel. Jason and TJ, and I'm gonna say Jamie because Jamie's awesome. The three of them have great channel. Jason, will you tell us the name of your channel so David could subscribe?
The name of the channel is Niner Faithful Radio.
If you want to put it in the private chat, I subscribe.
Sure, I will throw it up there. I'll throw it in the comments. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, if you want to get my number, Corey, if you could give it to him, you could give it to him.
Hey, throw the link.
Don't call me at nighttime when I'm sleeping.
Oh no, I don't do all that.
Hey, remember that talk we had, Corona? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, if you throw the link to your channel in the private chat, I'll throw the link in the regular chat.
All right, cool.
And it's getting pretty close.
Or John Jay has it, or Ryan has my number. Brian.
I do. Brian, if you want to go over a little bit of time when David starts his channel, and we can all go and raid David's channel.
Yeah. I'll be the last one out. You know what I mean?
I just need help. I can't figure it out.
I've been trying to help you for like months, and you keep telling me no.
Oh, now the truth comes out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That's all right, Corona. No worries.
Real quick,
and then I'll put my phone number in here in the private chat as well for anybody if you guys want to add me to anything.
Everybody who is watching the show will be migrating over to David McNiner's channel. In fact, if I could get that link in the private chat, then I can throw it in the regular chat as well.
Ryan, are you going to the game up here for Thanksgiving?
No.
So here's the thing. I do have an extra ticket, and I'm not sure if the fourth person is going to show up because they're being kind of flaky right now.
Ryan said yes. Ryan said yes.
I just subscribed to your channel, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Yep.
Ryan said yes.
Yeah, if we can figure something out if you guys.
Like I said, if they flake out at the last second, I'll give it to anybody. Just show up and we'll fucking go to the game together, kind of thing. Like I'm at that point with this fourth person. Like, look, are you going or not? Because if not, I need to get this ticket done.
I will definitely. I'm thinking about maybe just going down there anyways.
You should, dude. We should do like a show or something from down there. Like there'll be a ton of shit to do down there.
I'm just thinking it might be it. So there in the chat, I put Jason's channel link in there. So make sure you go and subscribe to that. Anybody who's watching. Yep. And here in a couple of minutes, I am going to drop David McNiner's. Yeah, appreciate you too. I remember, I think, was it our stream or was it somebody else's stream I was watching earlier where they were like 49ers content creators that got everybody blown out the like water as far as how many content creators we got. And
I think that was because I think I had mentioned it because like half the people that showed up to our show were all content creators.
Yeah,
it was your show. It was your show.
I know, and then right behind us, because I think we all know YTC. The New York Giants have a really good following, but because that New York, like the people out there are a little bit more, to be nice about it. They're way more passionate and very more vocal about their team, but they're good dudes. There are a lot of good dudes. They just speak a little bit too much sometimes to be nice. But yeah.
I would describe him as homely. I'm taking shots. It was a joke. Shout out to YTC, a great content creator.
He just got 4K subs.
Yeah, shout out YTC.
He's probably going to get a 7K because those pick'em videos always do good for him. I think he's up to like 5K already on that video.
Hell yeah.
And he's gonna blow up because like he's gonna do the morning games, the afternoon, and then the prime times, and he does the Thursday nights, and he does also Monday nights. So, and he also does the XFL, USFL. So, just trying to plug in his stuff.
Seattle Dragons.
What is all about the Kraken, man? Tell me about the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Dude, the best hockey team in the NHL, buddy.
Go Sharks.
At least the Kraken. No. Come on, man. Come on.
Bay Area. I love all Bay Area sports teams.
Honestly, look, I used to be a Sharks fan until the Kraken showed up, honestly. And that's the only team here in Seattle I root for is the Kraken.
Well, I have
Go Colorado Avalanche.
Ooh.
I started watching hockey during Glow Puck, and I always, when I played street hockey, I always was the goalie. I wasn't scared of getting hit. I was putting my body in between it. I was jumping, you know what I mean? Loved it. And then when I saw Patrick Waugh, stopping all these pucks, but when the team started fighting and he's just sitting there, standing there like, man, I need to get in this too. And he motions the other goalie, come out. We're going to fight too. I was like, this is my guy. This is my team. This is
yeah.
I didn't even know much about hockey, but I was invested. I was like, yeah, that's my
honestly
favorite animal.
If I had been introduced to hockey earlier in my life, I probably would be a bigger hockey fan than I am with the NFL. But living in Japan, there's no hockey kind of a thing. So, all I had was like the NFL and stuff like that. But once I moved here, and like hockey is pretty, like people don't realize how big hockey is here in the state of Washington. We've got like 6 teams that are minor league that have always been good. So
yeah, I've been to many a Silvertip game.
All righty.
Screw those guys.
Silvertips are awesome. I remember I was sitting there, we're watching a Tacoma Thunderbirds game, and
that's old school when you go back to the Tacoma Thunderbirds.
So the family of one of the Tacoma Thunderbirds is sitting over our shoulder, and he checks one of the guys on the glass right in front of us because we got glass seats, right? And I look, and he's looking up at his mom, right? The Thunderbirds player is, and the Silvertips player is kind of like, okay, what was that for? And I stand up and I go, are you gonna let him fucking do that to you? Right? Like hella loud. And he looks, and the guy, the Thunderbird guy kind of goes like this. And then the other guy's like, yeah, let's do it. And the Thunderbird guy throws his gloves down. They fight real quick. Yeah, the Thunderbirds guy won. But I felt bad because I got the Silvertip tips guy's ass beat for him. You know what I mean? Like I he couldn't back down. You know what I mean? I just essentially verbally took his man card.
Poverty sharks.
Crazy.
That's a good one right there.
He talks crap about all my Bay Area teams. So, whatever. Yeah, me and Crazy Juice like the Niners, so that's something. Can't stand the teams he likes like that. L.A. Rodgers.
Hey, John Jay, if you want my number,
still talking crap about Dodgers or what?
I'm not talking crap. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't even put you on check, fool.
John Jay, you talked about me and you doing something with our show. So yeah, I put that number. Feel free to.
Nah. Me and John Jay, everybody right here is all brothers right here, man.
I know. We have fun. We goof around. Hey, man, he likes the 49ers, so that's good.
Yeah.
We can have that at least. Yeah.
And this guy's John Jay is a Laker fan too.
Okay, all right, whatever. That's enough.
And an LA Kings fan for hockey.
Okay, forget it. My teams are the Giants,
the Dodgers,
whatever.
Oh, did we win today or what?
Left.
I know the Giants lost.
Yeah, our season's over.
Oh, how yeah, 8-5. Dodgers won again. No, you guys losing right now. Bottom of the 6th, 4-3, Colorado.
Yeah, our season's over. Like,
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
Yeah, we're losing. I can tell you that right now.
You only 3 games out of the wild card.
Nah.
Yeah, you guys not.
Arizona has a better chance.
Yeah, they half a game on Marlins.
I know they have a better chance. So yeah, our season's done.
Nah, you guys have to fire that coach and you guys make it.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Corey.
Yes.
We got somebody that just popped in. We're about ready to wrap this one up and go to David McNiner's show. Okay, he left.
Hey, when you guys put the link in for David McNiner, how it go through? Because I don't know how to do that.
See, you need Twitter.
Yeah, you got to get a social media thing so everyone can reach out to you.
John, where's your Twitter?
I'm not going to get a Twitter.
Yeah, see, you're telling him he's got to do this, and then where you?
I got Instagram. That's enough for me. I can't have
nobody's on Instagram.
Many accounts. Like I have OCD. My brain's gonna get all.
Okay. Not to blast you or anything, but when you post or you say or you comment on things on Twitter, it makes us all a little bit. So if you have a fake Twitter account, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. What I would recommend is get a Twitter account and don't argue with anybody. Get a Twitter account so I can send you the link. I can send you the link. Other people can send you the link. You don't have to tell people that you're on Twitter if you don't like Elon Musk or something like that. I worked for Elon Musk. I met Elon Musk. I actually like him as a person. But again, if you don't want Twitter, then you can't really you can't cite things on Twitter like, oh, the 49ers posted on Twitter, because that's kind of like just get a Twitter. It's not going to hurt your phone. It's not going to kill your battery. Don't argue with people. But John, I love you. If you don't know that, you don't know me as a person. And everyone else, please like and subscribe to John Jay's channel, Corey Davis's Lockdown Corey Davis, Jason Niners Smash Massey, 49ers Faithful Radio, Jay Vikrana. Dude, you got to buy a tablet. You got to get a computer so we can get you.
I got a tablet right here, but I don't got no internet.
Well, we got to get you. We got to get you.
Xfinity.
Boom. We
go down to Xfinity, $65. You're going to get the same kind of internet I got. You can even get a fancy new phone, $16 a month, and $65 with Xfinity.
With that, you listen to Ryan. Nobody go anywhere. I'm going to dip out. I'm going to go jump on to David's show. If you guys all want to jump over in maybe 10, 15 minutes and raid David's channel. We're going to be like a Grossi Posse raid. All the people in the comments, we appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to say adios.
Can you ask David to put the link in, please?
Dude, will you please get a Twitter account?
There you go.
Are you guys?
I have an Instagram account, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I have a Facebook account, an Instagram account, a Twitter account. I have, you know, my own phone number. So, you know, if you're scared, then don't give me your phone number. But that's what I'm saying is like, it just makes it easier if we all have like Jason, Corey, John, David, Ryan, all in this group. Yeah. We can drop a link and then we can all come in. So that's why I'm encouraging you, David.
Is David McNiner ready? Is David McNiner ready to go?
He's going live at 7 or at 9. So I'm jumping out now. So if you want, just go to your Twitter.
Said 50. You said wait for 15 minutes, and I was wondering if he's starting it live, then I don't have to. Okay, cool.
5-10 minutes.
All right, Brian.
Show. We want you to be able to say your goodbyes and stuff. You know, that's why I said 10-15 minutes.
Oh,
sorry.
It's ending it thing. So okay, go on over there, and we'll see you there in a sec.
Go Niners.
Mm-hmm. Go Niners, like always, after rounds.
Okay. Man.
Hey Corey, if you could send the number to Brian, I appreciate it, or John Jay, or Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
You could send Brian Cope my number.
Mm-hmm.
How about you make a Twitter real quick and then follow us on there, and we'll send you the link.
How you do that?
By downloading the app.
Oh, hold on.
Making a username.
Hold on.
No, I'm not going to walk you through it. You just got to be a big boy and figure out how to make it. You made a YouTube somehow. You got on YouTube somehow. You can get on Twitter.
It was easy on YouTube.
Dude, do you remember when I was trying to help you out with your picture? You know?
Yeah, I still can't figure it out.
So creating an Instagram or a Twitter, all you got to do is just have an email. You have an email. Just use the email, create a password, and it's done. Remember, we've had this conversation on YTC
10,000 times.
Yeah, so
I asked my wife to help me.
See, anyway,
David.
Yes,
we love you, but you got to figure out how to do some of this stuff, because if you really want a channel, you can't have people DMing us to then call you and say, hey, they want to do a show. You're gonna have to master this stuff yourself.
I'm trying to figure out the past 4 years.
Yeah, you're getting far.
It says I'm trying to get my own channel, David Corona 49er Talk, and it says I have to wait 30 days or some. Oh hell yeah! I need some of that.
Hey, so David McNiner's show should be starting right now.
Okay? All right, I head over there right now.
Okay, head on
over.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else on the panel, if you got anything to say it now. Anybody in the chat, we are going over to David McNiner's channel for the
thanks for having me
after party. The link is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Jason. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll definitely we got to have a Pacific Northwest 49ers show.
Yep,
that's a definite.
Yeah, I'll be jumping over to David's channel here in a second.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, gents. Thank you.
Take it easy.
Deuces.
Corey, what you got going
on? You know, the chicken I ordered my chicken from the place.
Yeah.
Now on DoorDash, it don't have the whole name. On the receipt thing, the menu they sent, it's called Gus World Famous Hot and Spicy Fried Chicken.
Ooh.
Oh.
And see, on DoorDash, you don't have that. DoorDash just have Gus World Famous Fried Chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
you know what? Corey,
Mhm.
you should just sue him. Well, the reason being is it's clearly what do you call that? They are what do you call it when you not mislabeling it, but they're saying it's world famous, and I've never heard of it before.
Mm-hmm.
So I would sue him for a couple $1 million. But yeah, Bashar, thank you for popping in. Yep. He says he heard Gus's fried chicken is pretty bomb, but I never lived there. It's spicy though, and Corey can't do spicy, so he's not eating his chicken, so he won't get dessert tonight. But Bashar, we are going. Oh, he's got his dessert. Look at that.
He's showing us his food and eating it.
Yeah. But we're going over to David McNiner's show right now. So I'm shutting down the stream. John, you got 10 seconds.
Doing a game on Sunday. Hope to see anyone there who wants to pop in. All right. See you there.
And we out.
All right. Peace.